It was supposed to be just another awkward blind date. Rain drizzled softly against the cafe window as Emily checked her phone for the 5th time. Her best friend had set her up with someone genuine. No pictures. No social media. Just a first name. Daniel. When he walked in, Emily's heart sank a little. His jeans were faded, his jacket worn, and his shoes looked old. He smiled shyly, wiping rain from his hair. "You must be Emily," he said, voice gentle. She forced a polite smile. This isn't going to work, she thought. But something about his eyes, calm, kind, and honest, made her stay. They ordered coffee, and conversation stumbled through small talk, work, hobbies, life in the city. Emily, a marketing assistant, admitted she was tired of dating men who pretended to be something they weren't. Daniel just listened. When the bill came, he hesitated for a moment before paying in cash. No fancy credit card. No ego. Outside, rain poured harder. Emily offered her umbrella, but Daniel shook his head. "You'll get wet," she insisted. He smiled. "It's okay. I've been through worse storms." Something about the way he said it lingered in her mind. A few days later, Daniel texted her. "Same cafe? My treat this time. No rain, I promise." They met again. This time, Emily noticed the details: how he held the door open, how he listened, how he never once checked his phone. He talked about working odd jobs, deliveries, repairs, helping at shelters. "It doesn't pay much," he said with a shrug. "But I meet real people that way." When Emily mentioned her dream of starting her own charity for single mothers, Daniel's eyes softened. "You'd be amazing at that," he said quietly. For the first time in years, she felt truly seen. One evening, while leaving work, Emily saw Daniel waiting by the curb, drenched, holding a small brown box. "I wanted to give you this," he said. Inside was a handmade bracelet with the words, "Keep going." She smiled, but before she could thank him, a black luxury car pulled up nearby. Out stepped her boss, Mr. Kensington, the elusive CEO of the company where she worked. He nodded at her politely, then turned to Daniel. "Sir," he said, "the board is waiting. Should I tell them you'll be a few minutes?" Emily froze. "Sir? Board?" Daniel looked almost embarrassed. "I'll be there shortly," he replied. Then he turned back to Emily, his face soft with apology. "I was going to tell you," he said quietly. "My full name isn't just Daniel. It's Daniel Kensington." Her breath caught. Her poor date was the hidden CEO of her entire company. Emily stood there, speechless. "Why didn't you tell me?" Daniel sighed. "Because every woman I met saw the money before they saw me. I wanted someone who cared about what's real. When I met you, I didn't want to ruin that." Tears welled in her eyes, not from anger, but from disbelief. The man who'd walked through rain for her, listened to her dreams, and believed in her heart, was the man people only whispered about in company halls. He stepped closer. "You stayed, Emily. You listened. You gave me your kindness when you thought I had nothing. That means everything to me." Weeks later, Emily received a letter from corporate headquarters. Inside was a grant approval for a new charity initiative, fully funded by the Kensington Foundation. Her name was written as founder. She called Daniel immediately. "You did this?" His voice was calm. "No, we did. You believed in kindness when the world stopped believing. Now it's time others see it too." Tears rolled down her cheeks. For once, love wasn't about status, wealth, or looks, it was about humanity.